Hey everybody, time for another episode of This Week in Real Estate, where hopefully you find some value in these videos, kind of giving you an idea of what's happening in the local real estate market here in East Central Indiana. Maybe some trends, maybe some tidbits of information, things like that. Day in the life of a real estate agent. So I hope you find something in here useful, but it's kind of a recap of the prior week, and the prior week being Thanksgiving week. It was rather busy, so rather busy with business, rather busy with family stuff as well. So it was supposed to be for most people a 3-day week, but sometimes that doesn't really work out in real estate. But I was able to take a couple days off there for the family, so that was nice. So if you didn't notice, today's Tuesday. I usually put these out on Monday, but Monday was a catch up day for a lot of the stuff that happened the prior week and over the weekend. So that's why I'm a day late and $1 short. So last week we had a couple closings. So we closed one for the Snyders here in Farmland. I closed the buying side of one. We actually had to go to Indy for that one, but it was a house here in Muncie, which is over off of Hamilton Drive. And that house, you hear a lot of these maybe real estate or home shows or whatever talking about good bones or whatever. Well, that's one of them. So the buyer's gonna go in there and kind of tear into things, and it needed it. It needed some updating. It was kind of beat up, but the floor plan was great, and everything was great. It just needs a little bit of work. So I'm excited to see what Angie does with those. So that'll be fun. And looking at my list here, we also listed one here in Farmland on New York. That one saw a rush of activity. So that was listed on Tuesday evening, I think. Had a lot of showings, ended up having a couple different offers, and had that one pending by Saturday afternoon, I think was that timeline. So it went quickly, and which for a good cause. It was lots of updates that they did, showed very well and reasonably priced. So it went rather well. So now that one and another one that we got pending last week is kind of starting that inspection stage and things like that during that transaction. So the other one we pinned here in Farmland was kind of a piggyback transaction, is what I call them. So they really weren't willing to sell their home until they found something, and so it's kind of a domino effect, and it is kind of scheduling, back and forth of, do you list the house, do you find something first, what kind of contingencies do you put in. So we're able to get that one done. We found a house that they would like to purchase next, so we went ahead and got their selling home pending as well. So again, all that happened in what's supposed to be a short week, kind of crammed them in there, and so we're kind of starting those processes now and yesterday. So in the middle of all that, I was able to hand out some Thanksgiving pies, bulk of them Tuesday or Wednesday, and hopefully kind of make it a little bit easier on some people. Maybe they don't have to bake that pie. Maybe they don't have to, or maybe they just eat it themselves. Who cares? So they got Miss Wick's sugar cream pie, and so it was good. During these COVID times, even when people are home, kind of hesitant to let even if they know you, let people in the home, and that's fine. I was able to either talk to them, through the door on the porch, or just kind of ring and run, if you will. So that was fun of the people I was able to talk to. But I sent text out and said, hey, you got a little surprise on your porch. So those were past clients and referral sources, things like that. So that was good. And so then, like I said, all that stuff and mainly paperwork bled into this week on the Monday, and so I kind of tried to clear all that stuff up. But obviously, last week being Thanksgiving week, had a fair amount of family things to do. We kept it small, nothing too large. So we did both our sides on different days, but just kind of the immediate families had a lot of good food. Really, the only thing that I contributed was one of them. I smoked the turkey, which was excellent. If I were to say so. But then Rachel also knocked it out of the park with quite a few things, and I'll try to put some pictures of that stuff up in there. And if you didn't notice, it snowed the other day. But one of my goals with a house project was to get the chickens a new home before it snowed, and was basically a day late for that. We got them in the new coop. It's not technically 100% done, but was done enough to get them in there and get them a little more comfortable. So those ladies are sitting pretty right now. So another project we had, and it was delayed just because contractors are busy. I was able to get a hold of somebody come dig us a new basically trench line for our gutters. We had one completely impacted. I mean, it was just full of mud or whatever. So every time it rained, it'd come down the gutter. The gutter ended up falling off anyway, but it didn't have anywhere to go. So if you need a recommendation for that, just hit me up. He has a mini excavator, came in, did it, reasonable. And so now we're getting our water away from the foundation of the house, which is always good. So that was good to get that one wrapped up, and then able to pick up my processed deer from the Farmland Locker plant. So they did it quick. They were kind of inundated with the last 2 weekends, or the 2 weekends of deer season, with a lot of deer checked in. So they really did a really good job and got that out quickly, and appreciate them. So looking into what's coming up this week, have a couple more closings, have a couple more meetings. Zoom will still be happening around. So all those are scheduled. And so, that's about it. Got a couple showings, things like that. Kind of a normal looking week. And I hesitate to say that because as soon as I do something not normal, will pop up. But right now, it's sitting at Tuesday at 1:35. It looks like a normal week, and then you can tune into next week to see why I kind of fell on my face and shouldn't have said that. So that's what I got for you this week. I appreciate you tuning in. If you got any questions or need anything, obviously real estate wise, you can, or food wise, I love talk food as well. You can get in touch with me here on this platform, or you can call or text me. So that number is 765-717-2407. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.